This girl just got fired from Google for posting TikToks. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen the TikTok trend of a bunch of lazy employees basically vlogging their day at work. Somehow, these are full-grown adults, and their day at work is basically, look at my free coffee, guys. Looks like I had one Zoom call, time to take a spa bath. And wow, it turns out it didn't actually work out. By posting these videos on TikTok, a bunch of employers and managers watched these and decided to fire them. I don't know, it's almost like telling your boss that you do nothing at work all day is a bad idea.
A day in my life working from the Google LA office. I always grab some candy from the reception before heading in. This used to be an old aircraft hangar, so the decorations hanging from the ceiling kind of looks like an aircraft flying in. Before it was a Google office, this aircraft hangar belonged to Howard Hughes, so there's tons of memorabilia. Next, I'm gonna pass by these art installations. They're a really good photo op, or you can sit in there and get some work done. I'm gonna head to the coffee shop to grab some coffee and a fruit cup since I missed breakfast, and then I'm heading over to this butterfly themed room to take my first meeting. Then I'm gonna head over to the confetti room to take my next meeting. It's so sparkly and beautiful in here. I love that a lot of our rooms are themed. Then I'm gonna grab my two favorite drinks, which is this green tea and coconut water. Next, I'm gonna go upstairs and grab some lunch. They always have pizza and a variety of different vegetables and meat. The food is always really good, and of course, everything you see in the office is free. On my way out of the cafe, I ran into a doogler, which is a dog googler, and ran into some ghosts. When they were renovating the office, there were a lot of spooky stories from the crew, so there's a whole area in the office where you can listen to them. Then I got more work done and headed over to the massage chairs to wrap up my day. Let me know what you want to see next.
Is this really how people work nowadays? This is literally Google in LA. It's supposed to be like the hub of innovation and technology where hard workers gather to share their experiences and their knowledge. Instead, we got standard Stacy over here drinking coffee, having coconut water, and starting her day with literally candy. Horrible idea, by the way. You probably just knocked off 5 years off your lifespan. Let's just go over what she did. You had like 2 meetings the entire day, and then you had pizza, and then you played with a dog. And then you listened to ghost stories and had a massage. You were at a top company. People would literally kill to be in your position, and you literally do nothing all day. Now, it turns out after this, she actually posted another TikTok, basically just crying that she got fired. Never saw that one coming, guys. Just complete shock here. Wow, I just vlogged my useless day at work, and my boss actually saw it and realized that he's paying me a salary for nothing, and decided to fire me. Absolutely shocking.
Day in my life getting laid off at Google. So I woke up to this really ominous text from my boss, and I honestly had no idea what it was going to be about. So I called her the minute I woke up and saw this, and she told me to check the news and my email. So I rushed downstairs to find out that I had lost access to basically everything. I couldn't log into my email or even check my calendar. I called my boss back, and we just sobbed over the phone because she was also finding out about my layoff for the first time today too.
Oh yeah, I'm sure your boss is very heartbroken, honestly. Just the loss of this hardworking, irreplaceable employee, you know, who starts the day with candy and ends it with a massage. I wish I was joking about that. She literally started with candy and ended with massage. And then, like, it's fine to have, like, that after work, but this is during work. Truly a massive loss to Google as a company, you know? I think we should check the servers, honestly. Can we check the search engine? Is it still working without Stacy over here? And can I just say, one of my pet peeves, and probably yours as well, is people just posting their crying online. It is so annoying. Nobody gives a shit, especially when you're not even the victim in the situation. You deserve to get fired. Yeah, I get it. You know, you got fired and you lost your job, and that is something to cry about. Sure. But why film it and post it on TikTok? Because it just seems very ingenuine. Why don't you talk about it with your friends and family or your fellow coworkers instead of posting it on TikTok and making the situation way worse? If they were gonna rehire you with an apology, now they're never gonna rehire you. It's sad, honestly. You probably had a decent salary working at Google, and you ruined it all for some TikTok views.
I started getting calls from a bunch of my coworkers and started finding out who else was let go on my team and some neighboring teams as well. But I think the worst part is that it seems like no one was consulted on this decision, and everyone was just finding out about the layoffs at the same time. It just felt like a really bad game of Russian roulette, and there was no consistency around who was let go. It was also not performance-based, so it just felt really random.
Oh yeah, guys, it was so random, right? Unpredictable. Call this the Fibonacci sequence. Holy shit. I wonder what happened, guys. I posted a viral TikTok of me slacking at Google's offices, and I'm not Sherlock Holmes here, but I can't put this together. Turns out I was just abusing the free services that they offer at Google and not actually doing any work, and oh shit, must be Russian roulette, right? They probably just spun a wheel and fired some random employees. Now this actually became like this huge news story, and the CEO of Google actually responded and said that no, it obviously wasn't random. We don't fire people randomly, okay? There's a legitimate reason behind this, and I don't think I even need his testimony. I think I can tell why you got fired. I'm not even your boss, and I would fire you. Everybody knows why you got fired. It's because you took the coconut water, and that was the boss's favorite beverage, obviously. So, you know, that's why you got fired. Rookie mistake here. You always go for the lemon water, not the coconut water, okay? Now just listen to what she does after she gets fired. It somehow gets worse.
I opened up LinkedIn, which honestly was not great for my mental health. There were so many people who were in the same boat that were both equally as shocked and blindsided, but it did help me feel a little less alone. Honestly, I spent so much of the day crying that I just felt so tired from being sad and wanted to do something that would just make me feel better. Luckily, I have an annual pass, so I headed over to Disneyland because I wanted to go eat my feelings. So I started off with a Cinnamon Galaxy churro and then went to the teriyaki turkey leg. This is a special limited edition item for the Lunar New Year celebration at Disney California Adventure. I had some Rice Krispie, a corn dog, did some drawing, and even had another churro. I don't really know what's next for me, but I'll be vlogging my journey and posting more content about it, so feel free to follow along.
Okay, so let me get this straight, right? You got fired, and your response to this, you know, instead of talking about it with friends or instead of going job hunting again, you know, finding another job, instead of that, you actually spend your entire day crying immediately after you ate your feelings, whatever the hell that means. Apparently just stuffing yourself because, I don't know, you're feeling a little emotional. Great grandpa from the World War would be absolutely proud of his great granddaughter. Anyway, she decides to blow her entire, like, reserve money budget. So at this point, you're out of a job, okay? You don't have a source of income. And your first instinct is to go on like this wild carnival day where you spend a ridiculous amount of money. You can't make this shit up, bro. These people are room temperature IQ. If this is the average employee at Google, I expect the service to stop working in like 2 days. The thing is, you probably had like one of the most ideal lives you can ask for. You're an employee at Google, you got the status and the money with that, and you don't have to do much. Apparently your job was super easy. You could just work like 1 or 2 meetings and then chill the entire day. I would stay quiet about that. I'd brag about it to my friends and family and all that, but I definitely wouldn't brag about it on social media where my boss can see me. Anyways, moving on to another girl who posted an even more ludicrous story.
Today was one of those days where you leave for work at 7 a.m. and you don't get back until past midnight. I left for work early for a 9 a.m. meeting that was conveniently canceled right beforehand. But luckily I got to the lobby and there were these eucalyptus towels waiting for me, which is really nice, and some fresh orange water, which I of course took before taking the elevator up to the office.
Eucalyptus, what now with the orange water? Is this a 5-star hotel? Like, the only place I've seen that is like first class Emirates on like a YouTube video.
I grabbed some breakfast, normal oatmeal and chia seed pudding, and we finally got LinkedIn mugs in the office, which I'm so excited about, and prepped some LinkedIn content. Then I found out that the wall art that we have in the office is made out of recycled trees from Chicago, which was so cool, fun fact. And then it was time for our company all hands, so I grabbed our drink of the day, which is a blackberry mojito, and headed downstairs to the all hands room with some of my coworkers. Anyways, we love that song. We grabbed some lunch because we were starving after that. There was this cool little dish, and I grabbed a chai latte before heading to work. Watched some of my coworkers play ping pong, and then tried out our new quiet room, which is a really nice area to just like relax and unplug from work. Then it was time to buckle down. I had to get certified in our new marketing lab certification on LinkedIn, so I did that and just like sat in our focus area for a while. I grabbed a snack after I was hungry, and then I finished off the rest of my work before getting an email announcing the next team that I'll be joining through my BLP program. It was really exciting news. I'm going to be joining a marketing team. Work was finally over. It was hot as hell, so we went to go get some drinks in Lincoln Park before heading to a housewarming party for one of our coworkers. Here we are. There was banana pudding. It was just great summer vibes and really fun to connect with everyone. And then we last minute decided, F it, let's go out. So we headed to West Loop and went to Federale's for a quick drink. At this point, I realized that I was still out with my work laptop, so I decided to call it a night. Good night.
Truly back-breaking labor over here, bro. I worked harder than you in middle school. What a pathetic pansy generation, honestly. Like, if this is the extent of the work you're willing to do, you will never get anywhere in life. Honestly, respect to the managers for firing this absolute waste of space, okay? Click this video or you get randomly fired.